Through cutting, gluing, and grouting, these ladies will leave their mark on Burwood and hope that they can inspire the next generation. In honor of International Women's Day, community members in Sydney's Inner West have come together to create a mosaic to be placed on Burwood Community Centre's outer wall. Every year on the 8th of March, women and men come together to celebrate the socio-political milestones that have broken down the gender wall. It is also a day to reflect on the changes that still need to be made in the pursuit of an equal society.
And this day is an important reminder of the contribution that's been made, the distance we still have to travel in terms of equality within the workplace, within society in general, but also to celebrate the achievements that have been made and how far we've come.
Burwood is a culturally diverse suburb with almost half of its population born overseas. With such a range of cultures, it seems fitting that for this year's theme of education, the community come together to learn how to mosaic. Like the multitude of colorful tiles, these Burwood residents have come together without regards to division to create a beautiful piece of art. Both young and old commit to the project, and it is apparent that there are many stories to be shared. A generation later, the struggles of women have afforded many of the high school participants more opportunities than ever imagined. Year 12 student Joanne Jalad especially values her right to education.
In this day of age, I'm so glad I'm in this century and that I have the freedom and the right to do whatever I want. Because if I don't know how it would have been if it was some other day and decade. So I thank God for that.
Australia is ranked 21st in the world for its achievements in closing the gender gap by the World Economic Forum. We are fast seeing the number of women holding university qualifications overtaking men for the first time. Each generation holds more academic qualifications than the last, making generations X and Y the most highly educated on record. But that hasn't always been the case. For Joy Lawrence and Lynn Bursell, before International Women's Day was officially recognized in Australia in 1974, a woman was usually expected to be a secretary, a nurse, or a mother.
It's progressed from when we started work.
It's opened up so many different horizons for people, and especially since I was growing up. We left school around about 14 and hoped to become secretaries or hairdressers, I think, was one of the things when I was growing up, and it's just grown so much in that time.
There's a lot more education available for young women these days, and I mean even into the so-called men's field as plumbers and mechanics and so on. That was never heard of.
No, that's right.
When we left school, you went into an office. If you were really good, you got to go into a bank. I mean, that was pretty important.
Tammy Pulia sees International Women's Day as a day that not only celebrates breaking gender barriers, but cultural ones as well.
I would think that it's being able to mix with other women that aren't just Caucasian or white. It's getting together with, say, other bunch of women who might be nationality-wise like me, New Zealander or Indian or Asian, which is a lot of the cultural ethnicity that's here in the Burwood area, which is where we are, and just having a chat with them, trying to cross the language barrier that's often a problem with women talking with each other, and just, trying to form friendships and form strong bonds as a result of that.
Susanna Mills is among the many ordinary women doing extraordinary things in empowering women through her artwork. In her home country, Women's Day is celebrated later on in the year.
I think coming from South Africa, which is quite a patriarchal society, I found Australia to be very woman-centered in many ways. I've met and made more lady friends here than I ever made in my 39 years in Africa. And one of the things I do miss about South Africa, however, is the ANC government put in a National Women's Day, which is always celebrated on August the 9th, and I used to look forward to that and really enjoy celebrating that, and it would be good to perhaps have something like that here. We could do with more public holidays in Australia.
The contribution these women bring to the table each week in leading up to International Women's Day is creating a symbolically positive space for Burwood.
What does International Women's Day mean to you? Does it mean anything to you?
Yes, it means a place for women to get together and celebrate the fact that they have rights just like men and that they're almost equal. We're not all the way there yet, but we've made a fair few changes since 50 years ago, which is really good.
I think it's really
Many agree with Matt and still believe women have a long way to go. But it's little community projects like this that are paving the way to a brighter, more colorful future, one mosaic at a time.